it's the freaky shit that she does that's the creepiest, man, because there's a lot of things in the movie where you just start asking why. You know, why is she always in the shadows moving so weird? You know, why is she, was that gibberish or is that demon talk? Is she possessed? And the longer why is she walking backwards? Why is she moving all funny? Again, she's making unnatural body movements. And the longer the movie goes on with no answers, for myself, the more unnerving it was. I'll be live in Chicago Friday, June 19th, 10 p.m. show back at the Lincoln Lodge. And you can get your tickets by going to doubletoastedchicago.com or scanning that QR code right there. We have yet another cautionary tale of be careful what your ass wishes for. Because, you know, listen, we get these kind of themes and shows and, you know, stuff like this all the time. You know, you always hear about that message. We've seen things, these cautionary tales, where they say, hey, listen, you wanted this so much and it backfired on your ass. And that is especially true, and it bears repeating because guys are real bad about that. As men, we've all, and don't lie, because I know we've all been through it. We've been kids trying to get that girl that didn't look at us, won't pay us attention, or maybe friend zoned us, and we always sit back and say, if I could only just make her love me and only me. I'm like, I wish you just say that. Yeah, I've been there. I did that. And that is what our movie, what is it, Obsession, right? I keep saying obsessed. Obsession. Get that burned in right now. Obsessed is the black one.
Yeah. Yeah. This is very much the white one.
Very much the white one. And if you thought the black one was crazy, white people do it way crazy. You got Barry, who goes by the nickname Bear, who is in love with his best friend Nikki, and he ain't getting out the friend zone because it's just been too long. It's been years, ever since they were in elementary school. You know, sometimes it works for people, but, you know, thing is, he's still gonna try. And probably get shot down, because Barry ain't got no game. You know, he goes to buy this girl a necklace, and he knows he's probably gonna get shot down too, but he goes to buy a necklace, and, you know, just you know, as a precaution. He says, you know, it doesn't hurt to buy one of these things over here. What's it called, though? The One Wish Willow?
Yeah.
I know it's a gag gift, but, you know, just in case this doesn't work, and more than likely it's not, I'll fall back on this right here. And what seems like a gag gift, when he pops it open, breaks it, and when he blows it with Nikki, he makes that wish. I wish she loved me and only me. And he should have known when the scary music played when he took it out.
Like, oh no.
Yeah, it comes with its own horror soundtrack. You pull out, you know, he should have known by that, but it works too well. Amazing results. And now he has the biggest case of buyer's remorse because he was like, damn, I didn't know it was gonna work that well. You know, to the point where now he got the girlfriend who was like, where you going? Can I go? I love you so much. Can I stand next to the bathroom when you're taking a shit? And it only gets worse from there. Let's go ahead and take a look. And look, I don't blame it. It's nice at first because she's beautiful. But after a while, I was like, damn, bitch, leave me alone. Oh, no. This is what you wanted. You made that wish, now deal with it. How bad does it get? And does it make for a good movie? Let's go ahead and take a look at this trailer for Obsession.
Jeez, what kind of spells you put on her?
Oh. Reminds me of someone.
Martin's like, he's looking at me like, I've seen this movie a lot of times. Too many times. Shit, I lived this movie through you. Wait a minute, I just got to.
I was gonna say, I was like, it'll catch up to him.
Oh, I get it.
I love you!
You relate
to someone being obsessed with you and the character that's too nice to just be to draw a line?
Yeah.
That first thing you said, that too. It's both things.
Boy, man, don't get me in trouble. I said I wasn't gonna say anything about that.
Hey, you chose to review this movie. We could have let it slide.
Yeah. Y'all might have got a preview of this last week when y'all watched our show. Yeah, Martin, like, and somebody in the background. I was like, the director on this, I'm looking up his name. What is it?
Curry Barker.
Curry Barker. Man, I'm gonna tell y'all something with this here, man. I'm gonna let you know right now. I love this movie, and it's because it takes a lot of my criticism about horror movies, and it does the exact opposite of all those things that I think horror movies do badly. And this is nothing new, by the way. You know, like I said, man, it's a theme of be careful what you wish for. Seen that a lot of times. It's it's the monkey's paw. It's the Twilight Zone. It's Fatal Attraction. It's stuff that we've seen probably too many times. But I think what makes this original for me is just how insane this movie gets, and by the end of it, it's a slow burn, but it gets very crazy. But I think in some of the best ways. For one, and one of the biggest things that I think this does, and of course you've heard me say it, one of my biggest complaints in horror movies is I don't remember this doing one cheap jump scare at all. In fact, it does the opposite. I think it uses like excellent pacing to create dread, and because of that, it keeps you in a permanent state of being creeped out and just freaked out the whole time. At least it did for me. Because this is a movie not to be trusted, man. You know, once things get going and, you know, the story kicks in, you tense up with those quiet moments that happen. Because there are moments like when it's quiet, it's too quiet. And at that moment, something is going to happen. And if it does jump, it's not going to be a fake jump out. It's going to be bad. You know, because the movie never used these jump scares to fake you out. And because of that, I stayed tensed up because I knew the movie was going to deliver on this threat. You know, like everything had a consequence. Everything had something that happened. It just wasn't somebody coming out from behind a corner or a cat or something like, oh my God, you know, nothing. They didn't do anything like that at all, man. Like I said, the movies, you know something bad is going to happen when it gets too quiet. Or at least it's going to be a creepy, weird, what the moment that's going on. Well, you were going to say something earlier when I was mentioning your man right there being all.
Oh, yeah. No, that whole thing, you know, we focus on Barry and, you know, like you said, he's got no game. He's too nervous to say something. But I got to put some on Nikki because the way she's flitting around him, I'm like, girl, why are you acting like you don't know? This is frustrating.
I think she knew, because there's a point where it's even indicated that she might know. She just didn't want to. I felt like she just didn't want to make it awkward, and she's giving him a chance to actually, you know, realize like, hey, you know, do you really want to go there? At least that's the way I saw it. Mm-hmm.
It's kind of funny because these movies, this movie, if it didn't have the wish aspect, they're just normal people bad. Mm-hmm. She is using him to a degree. Mm-hmm. He's also manipulating her, trying to be the friend, but I'm just the friend because I won't be more than a friendship. Like, they're normal people bad, and that's kind of what makes this like, oh, I've been in these situations. I've seen these situations
absolutely.
played out.
Absolutely. I mean, even between our four principals, it's like, you know, if anybody had just spoken up, we could have avoided all this. I was like, you know, all four of y'all have blame in this.
Oh yeah, no, listen. That's one of the things I like about this, is that before any horror kicks in, it's already creepy. This is one long date rape that backfired, and I love the premise for that. You know, like I said, man, I think it's for this. You know, I think so much great horror is created. This is my personal taste. I think so much great horror is created by simply not knowing what's happening. What's going on? You keep asking why, and it's so mysterious. And when you don't find those answers, you just start, you start making up your own kind of, answers. And those answers are sometimes more frightening than what they can show you. And, with this, I think that's what you're getting with this girl's performance.
Oh, yeah.
Indy Navarrete, she's mainly credited for all the weird and creepy stuff that goes on here. She makes this movie, really. Her character Nikki is
that is the best acting I've seen in a while.
Oh yeah, for sure.
She's literally basically playing 3 characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is listen, I don't know. I don't know if I could recommend this exactly for people who don't like horror. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not going to say that this is something that is going to change your mind, but if you want to see an amazing performance from somebody you probably haven't heard about yet, this girl that plays Nikki, Indy Navarrete, she is so unpredictable in this movie that it kept me on edge the whole time, man. Because there's no telling how she's going to react to something. At first, she's very much in love. And, if you stay way too long, or if you say something that she doesn't like, she'll start to make a scene maybe, like a partner would. But they start getting increasingly worse. Her reactions start getting more aggressive, and she just starts doing erratic things that just don't make sense.
Bear, I love you so much.
She also starts lying and saying things that just don't make sense. And at first, I was kind of like, listen, this is nothing. I deal with this all the time. Barry he just ain't built for this. All right, let me have it. I'll get her ass straight. But then it gets to a point like, no, hell no, you can have it, man.
That is funny. Like at the beginning of the movie, she is the average like mean girl bitch like kind of character. That it's like, oh, well, I'm the wimpy guy. Of course, I want the girl that's mean. Like,
yeah, she's Then she becomes beyond clingy, and then I was like, no, hell no, you can keep this bitch.
Does your dad really have cancer?
No. Why does it matter? I thought we were having a nice date.
We are.
It gets worse from there. The long, creepy stares, smiling way too hard, like somebody don't just learn how to smile. The screams start giving into self-harm and mutilation, and it's the freaky shit that she does that's the creepiest, man. Because there's a lot of things in the movie where you just start asking why. Why is she always in the shadows, moving so weird? Why is she? Was that gibberish or is that demon talk? Is she possessed? And the longer why is she walking backwards? Why is she moving all funny? Again, she's making unnatural body movements, and the longer the movie goes on with no answers, for myself, the more unnerving it was. And at the same time, as crazy as she may seem and as frightening as she may seem, I feel sorry for her too. I think it's a very emotional performance because she's giving hints that she might be conscious of all this and might be trapped, like in her own sunken place, and begging for help. And again, it's hinted at. It's not really answered. You don't know. You can make your own decisions with this, which is what I love.
I think they pretty plainly do give an answer to that one.
You think so?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the phone call, and I mean, she also talks at a certain point.
Yeah. Without giving away too. Well, I'm trying not to give away too much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying that it's like you said. There's several levels to this performance. There's this point where it's funny. Some of the stuff that she does is pretty hilarious at first, and then it gets creepy, it gets frightening, and then, like I said, I think you feel sorry for her after a certain point. She's a great physical actress, and again, just all the different takes that she has to have in those characters. What you're talking about with this director, man, what's his name, Curry Barker? Mm. I was talking about the pacing with this, man. I think he does an incredible job of direction on this because the movie it's I don't know if y'all have agreed with this or not. For me, it seemed like it was in chunks of slow buildups, and each buildup is escalating. And at first, it starts out kind of mostly cringy, like you saw her at that party laughing, but it's only going to get worse. And that anticipation had me fidgety the whole time. like I felt bad for the person that was sitting next to me because I had that whole row vibrating because my feet just kept, my knees was shaking, my feet kept vibrating. I was
D-box, huh?
Yeah. I made my own D-box for that whole row, man, because I was so nervous through this movie, man, to the point when I knew something bad was going to happen. And I was sitting there just like, it was predictable, but in the best way, because I was like, just, you know what, just get it over with, man. I know what's going to happen here. And when it happened, I was relieved and also horrified. I was sorry I said anything, because there's like, you know it too. It's just a moment where, again, I told you, this movie, if it's too quiet, if it's too calm, if it's too happy, something bad is waiting right around the corner. And it's only amplified by the score, which keeps you unnerved. It kept me unnerved because that keeps building. And sometimes it builds up to a point where it's a crescendo to where you don't know what the results are going to be. And yeah, man, this movie just had, really, this movie was just so effective to me, man. The direction that was so good that Curry Barker does, that the pacing works because he knows how to tease and reveal, which makes things more ominous, man. Nicky does something with a door. And it's weird, but before you see that door, he focuses on Bear's, the guy that's trying to get with Nicky. He focuses on his reaction first. And seeing that reaction makes that image way more disturbing than probably what it would have been had he not focused on that reaction. I think this guy is an incredible director. I know he's done a bunch of shorts. I think he did one feature before. I only know this because of IMDb, but I don't know if he's going to do horror again. But I think that he's a great director.
Is.
Oh, that's right. He's doing the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, he's getting the reboot to Texas Chainsaw.
Okay. That's a weird one to do because, again, that original was filmed in a way where it made it seem so real.
Sure. But, we've had so many since then that have been not. The bar's been lowered again.
No, so. That is very true. But if anybody's going to do it, I trust this dude. Damn, he looks like a horror movie right there. I just now looked over that. I was talking, I looked over like, shit.
He is a jump scare.
Yeah, he made me
open that door. You're like, oh.
I was talking to you and I thought those eyes would be like, fuck.
Keep going, Corey. Say more.
Tell me more how great I am. Tell me more about my eyes.
I mean, this movie is a great example of how he can do gore really well because it's not prominent, and when it is, it's effective, and he can create tension, and also the silliness that was actually in the first Texas Chainsaw, like the old man, grandpa in the chair sucking on those fingers.
Yeah.
Like he could probably do something like that would be effective in the remake.
No, I think so.
Yeah, for sure.
Martin. Shopify. We have a word from our sponsor, which is Shopify. Yeah, people, we have to give a quick word out to our sponsor. Martin, how could you forget?
I don't know what I was thinking.
Shopify. Shopify is so cool because it turns anybody out there with something to sell. If you got a skill, you make a good product. You could be your own online entrepreneur. And the best place to start is, of course, with Shopify. I keep telling y'all, Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world. You can get started with your own design studio. They have hundreds of ready-to-use templates, and Shopify will help you build a beautiful online store that matches your style, your brand. And it's packed with, Shopify that is packed with helpful AI tools that write product descriptions, page headlines, and even enhance your product photography. We're gonna clean it up, make it nice and pretty for you, help you sell faster, and you can get the word out like you have a marketing team behind you because Shopify will easily create email and social media campaigns wherever your customers are scrolling, and Shopify has your back. You're never gonna get lost and they're gonna leave you stuck because of their award-winning 24/7 customer support. Hey, I'm gonna support you right now with this code. Help you save some money, make some money. If you put in shopify.com/toasted, all lowercase, you would get a $1 per month trial period. I wanna thank Shopify for sponsoring the show today, and I wanna thank all of you out there for your support. Now, don't you forget that again.
Oh, yeah. No, never again. It's burned into my brain.
Come on now. I love what they did with the reveal of the One Wish Willow Company. Look, it ain't some mystic Asian shop where they sell gremlins and shit. It's actually not even scary. It's pretty unassuming. And it's funny when you start to get deeper with it. But there's also a real, being that it looks so normal, there's a couple of parts that they do which are creepy, which makes the mystery of this even scarier, even though you're laughing at it in a way. When you see the movie, or if you've seen the movie, you kind of know what I mean. It's very disturbing because of how unassuming it is.
It's funny how they didn't go the lore mystical route. It's just like, nope, this is what it is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I almost, well, what did you think was going to happen?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Yeah, they let's just say that they got an asshole sense of humor.
Yeah.
When you, like I said, if you've seen it, you know. If you see it, if you do see it, you'll know.
The director does a lot of TikTok skits about working in customer service. And it was funny because he's the voice on the line that is the customer service for the company.
Okay.
And I was just kind of like, yep, you're just doing what you know.
Yeah. It's a good thing he's on the phone and not behind the counter. Can I help you? Yeah.
No, that's all right, man.
Hey, where's your manager? They try to make Bear look like he's, this sweet guy who's trying to, innocently act on his crush. And this guy he's kind of shitty too in a way, especially when this wish goes through. He's not the guy that you think he is. Actually, I like this character a lot because the part of what kind of true person he is kind of, is when he actually, the wish happens and it's bad. And his life is going to hell, but he wants it so bad that he's trying to work through a situation that he knows is not gonna work.
Well, I think there's no way of knowing for sure, one, how bad it is, or what exactly is going on. I think it leaves it, at least for a time, kind of ambiguous to whether, it even has anything to do with the wish, or is everything okay? Maybe it is. Maybe it's going to turn a corner and work out. It's just, there's a point where it's like, okay, this is no good for it.
Yeah, no, in the beginning, I'm like, all right, you got your wish, but there's a point where it's just like, man, look at, your life is falling apart. And she's obviously crazy, and you're still trying to make this work. And I know you wanted this, but come on, man.
I feel like there was no alternative at that point.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's, again, his wish turns into a curse for him.
I couldn't decide, and there was two ways that I was kind of digesting it, because I've seen some other reviews where they were talking about, like, he's a straight-up rapist. Like, his wish is taking her control and thought out of it. I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, because he doesn't know that.
Yeah, he doesn't know that. But that's what some people took from it.
Yeah.
And I get that point, but I don't agree with it. But I also don't agree with the other point where it's just like, this guy is just an idiot that's just like, he didn't know what he's in for, and he's like just putting his best foot forward. Like, it's okay she killed the cat. She did that weird cat thing. It's okay she did this. It's okay. Like, so it'll work out later. Like, because I don't think he hits a realization of anything till like there's 20 minutes left in the movie.
Yeah. Well, there's a point I think that he knows what's going on is not right.
I mean, it's a point where he knows better than anybody.
Yeah, and he's still trying to actually stick with it, and that's what kind of makes this dude kind of like somebody in the chest. It makes him a schmuck. But I like the performance a lot. I actually like everybody in this movie. I like the co-worker that he worked with, played by Megan Lawless. I like where her story goes in this. I like the cinematography, man. It's able to create that shadowy, creepy atmosphere without making it look like people didn't pay their light bill, which is what I have a problem with in a lot of these movies, man.
I know, man. It kind of did look like that. Everything was really dim.
Well, it's not a colorful the palette to this movie. Mm-hmm. I thought things were lit. It's just gloomy.
I mean, it's not that what we talk about where everything's a dark room where it's like turn on a goddamn light or something. But yeah, everything was always kind of dank.
Yeah, no, it's gloomy, and I think that's
gloomy.
I think that's the tone of the film. It's just that's the color palette for it.
Yeah.
For a movie of this type. Like I said, I love the movie. I don't think you did though.
Well, so here's the thing, and I admit this straight up. It played at Fantastic Fest, and I missed it, and people would not shut up about it. And I'm talking like months later, they weren't shutting up about it. And then it plays at South by Southwest, and it was like, man, you gotta see this. And I was like, oh yeah, okay. And people I didn't even know were talking about it. So I went on my way to go see it. So it was overhyped for me. That was a big part of the problem.
I could see that.
Yeah, and then watching it, I was like, okay, well, they did the same thing in The Craft. That was part of their storyline. Now, all that said, everything you said about it is true. Like the performances, like the best friend, the reason I didn't get with him, that actor, because I was just, unlike everybody else, I was just able to see through him like immediately. And so when something gets revealed later, I was like, yeah, I could tell by the way he was that this is not even a shock. And it could have been. But that said, the actress, what's her name again?
Oh, Indy.
Navarrete or something.
Navarrete. Yeah, Indy Navarrete.
She's amazing. Amazing isn't even cover it. She's a phenomenon. What she was able to do. Yeah, Jim Carrey is a great comparison, and her range is unbelievable. And all that she had to do and just throw herself into it. She does make this movie memorable. And the character dynamics I liked, because like Bear, he's not necessarily a good person, but he wasn't really bad either. He just got caught up, and when things go horribly, he doesn't step up like a virtuous person does. But I really think the choice is out of his hands, because the whole time watching, I was like, I don't know what you could have done differently once the wheels were in motion. But I think it's an amazing movie for a first-time director. I did feel like I felt the pacing somewhere in the middle. I thought it dragged a little bit. But I think it's a really good movie, and I liked it a lot. I wish I could have loved it.
Yeah.
I feel like if this movie gets overhyped and it's such a slow burn, like that's a bad. Because if somebody says this is a great horror movie, and then it's slowly and nothing really happens for the first 30 minutes. It's suspenseful, but nothing dynamic happens. Because horror movies are filled with like somebody dies in the first 15 minutes most of the time. I could totally see how you saw this and it was like, well, this is just awkward people dating. This is, and then it just left a bad taste by the time shit actually started rolling.
In the awkward people dating stuff, I'm like, I'm into that. But there's that but it's going to be a horror movie. It's like, oh, I'm kind of into the awkward people dating. And it's funny to look at Bear's situation. I was like, you know what? This is the worst thing that could have happened to you. But outside of anything supernatural, the worst thing that could have happened was for her to say, okay, let's date. And it would have gone horribly wrong and would have just got it out of his system.
I'm just like, man, you know what? That's what you get. You ain't got no game at all. You had
not everybody has game. They don't deserve stuff just because they don't have game.
Like I said, he's like
he obviously does have game because the other girl likes him.
Oh
yeah.
Which it was funny to me because A, she's cooler, and B, I thought she was more attractive.
Yeah.
I mean, it does become one of those things where you're like, you idiot.
Yeah. Just because somebody like no mean you ain't got no game. You got game. Like that's like just stretching that shit out. I got irritated with him because he had a moment. He had a shot. And he just sat up there squirming the whole time. Nikki, I want to tell you something. I was like, man, just come on. Look, either you get shot down or see what's going to work. And chances are you probably get shot down, but goddamn, But
he's in that situation where, like, yeah, if there's some girl you like and you take your shot and you get shot down, all right, you go home, you lick your wounds, you don't care. But they're in a tight friend group. So then there's that awkwardness that's going to come after that. It's not just a one and done walk away. That's going to linger. It complicates the whole thing. But I got to say by the time the movie was done, I was irritated with all four of them. Really irritated with all four of them.
Yeah, I don't know if I just found them funny, man.
but not in a like this movie kind of way. I was like, no, this is good. It's making me feel like I should.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I guess I just like this better than everybody here. I just think this guy is such a great director, man.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what he does next.
No, I think this guy, Curry Barker, is amazingly talented. Again, I like his approach to horror because he does not go in with all the tropes. A lot of horror is lazy today. I'm so sick of I am so sick of jump scares. Even movies I like, they still doing jump scares. And the fact that just based on that alone that he didn't do that is something I thought was great here. Listen, if I had a criticism, I would say The Wish later on in the movie took a silly turn, and I wish it didn't go there. I wish it was handled with more subtlety. But
It felt kind of rushed.
But then later on it took another turn that made it a little bit better. But still, I thought they, for my taste, I wish they could have handled it a little different. But I mean, overall, I just think that this is.
Did do the A24 wrote itself into a corner kind of thing.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, I like how it ends. I mean, I think
I do too.
It's a disturbing ending to this. But the disturbing ending is like I don't think that it goes overboard. There's some horror movies where they either go too crazy, they get too bloody, the gore and the violence gets too wild for my taste. And I thought whatever happened here at the ending of this felt exactly where it should be. I felt like there was no other way for it to go other than probably where it went. I mean, there were some other ways, but this was the most likely situation. So I
thought it ended in the most horrifying way for the, like as dark as this ending could have got with the subject material. Like it's not, like I have no mouth and I must scream, but with the subject material, it ended in the darkest ending that it could have handed.
Yeah, no, I think that this is a brilliant film. I think it's a high full price for me. I can't wait to see what he does with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and most of all, I just think that again, this is somebody that's not using tropes or cheap jump scares to do stuff. He's actually using pacing to make you to make you feel uneasy, and that's the hard thing to do because pacing is not everybody can take a slow burn and use it as effectively with this guy because a lot of times it'll just end up being boring or dull or hit a lull. I think he uses those quiet moments effectively. Like I said, it's in little chunks. So it's not like it's one long lull in the movie. It dips and then it hits hard. It dips again and it hits hard and it's hitting harder every time. And to the point where, again, you kind of know what to expect, but it's that anticipation that gets you. So yeah, excellent film, I thought, man. One of my favorites of the year. And definitely was going to probably, I don't see how this is not going to be on my top 10 for myself. So yeah, it's a very high full price for me.
And I like the movie, not nearly as much as you, but I did think it was good. And speaking of lazy horror movies, it does a thing that so many lazy horror movies do not do, which is it builds characters. It does a lot to build the characters. So when things happen, you care about them. It's not about the kills. It's about the people and what's going on. And yes, the awkward situation that they're in and how it's like a domino gets tipped. And as much as you might want things to not go the way they go, it seems inevitable. Like once it started, there's just no, you try to think your way out of it. It's just not possible. And I like that about it. It's a matinee for me.
Yeah, no, it's a high full price. I'm looking forward to seeing what he does later. And it was just so weird because I've seen them do comedy skits for like the last 2 years, and then no one had and it's on me. I skipped trailers all the time, but no one told me. It was like, yeah, it's the dudes from, I think they were even on College Humor. Like they've done skits for years.
Yeah.
So I guess that's the new thing where comedy people doing horror movies, elevated horror.
Yeah. You got Jordan Peele, Zach Kreger, and now old Creepin' McGee right there.
Dave Franco keeps making horror movies.
Yeah. No, I think I would like to see what this guy does with other genres too, because I think his directing is so good. But if he wants to continue doing horror, definitely has that down. Yeah, I think it's an amazing film. Also, I did see this made for about $1 million. So I think what they did with the budget on this is incredible because the movie looks great.
It does look good.
It looks great. They, you could tell it's because these actors, a lot of them aren't like, A-list actors yet. They are not requiring a big budget. And man, people probably worked on this because the script was so good and took maybe there's some pay cuts that people took. I don't know, but yeah, one of my favorites of the year so far, man. And I think a lot of these actors are going to be, I don't know how A-list, but they will be known after this. You will be seeing more of them. They're young, they're very talented, and you will be seeing this girl again, man. I think this is going to instantly make her a star right now. Well, would you look at that? You made it to the end of the video. That means you really like us. So just go ahead and press that like button and subscribe while you're at it. And check out our other channels, our social media like Instagram, TikTok, and our Patreon where we have new stuff coming up all the time. And we'll see you on the next video.